Welcome everybody to the Latin Nerds Network. My name is Jose, and this is my review for Abigail, the newest horror film here. Vampire-ish kind of horror film slash comedy, I guess. This one is really looking forward to. The trailer look kind of interesting here. This one here, a very simple premise. We got this crew that was put together, which was hired to kidnap a young girl, a kind of little young ballet dancer whose father happens to be filthy rich, and hopes to extort him for about $50 million for her return. They're kind of keeping her locked up in this kind of old rundown kind of mansion for 24 hours until they can complete the transaction, if you will. But lo and behold, unbeknownst to them, this is no ordinary girl. She's no victim at all. It's all been one big ploy to get them all in there, because this girl happens to be a vampire herself, and this is all a ruse to get these guys in there so she can turn the hunters into the hunted, if you will, as she one by one tries to eat them and have a little fun at the same time. So they obviously bit off more they can chew here. And I gotta say, listen, this was actually kind of a very fun, interesting film. I really enjoyed this one. I mean, it's not a world beater, of course, but ultimately it's a good mix mash of horror, a little bit of comedy, a little bit of kind of lunacy here and there. I like the premise. It's kind of unique. You don't kind of see this in it, kind of vampire film, which is kind of a tired franchise. So I liked breathe new life into it. Again, they still have some of the same tropes you get in a lot of horror films: stupid decisions, the people a little bit out there, things that they should do that they don't do, and all that. Some of that obvious stuff you see in a lot of horror films. But that notwithstanding, this movie knows exactly what it's trying to do. It's the same guy who directed Ready and Now, which I thought was a pretty good film a few years ago. And listen, it's bloody, no doubt about it. It's a vampire film, so that's a plus. It's got some good, I won't say great horror moments, but there's some tension there, some jump scares here and there. The little girl who plays the ballerina, Abigail, she's great. She really is. And it's funny because in the beginning, before they know who she is, as far as becoming a vampire, she is manipulating them to some degree, pitting them against one each other. There's a little sense of paranoia between the group. They don't know what's going on exactly, and when they figure it out, she kind of changes her mood, becomes this kind of evil little girl who's very savvy, very smart, and I love the way she played that. She's great. And listen, the characters are a little bit ridiculous, some of them, but they're having fun. It's a lot of funny moments here, which I like. So I guess it's not like a very dark film, and that's a good thing. But it's wildly entertaining. Some really cool moments. The end loses itself a little bit, but again, not a huge deal. And ultimately, again, listen, it's not going to break new ground in terms of vampire films or horror films. But what it does do, provide you a good time, entertaining time. You get enough blood, some cool kills, some funny moments, and everything really comes together. A couple of surprises towards the end. So it's really enjoyable film, by strongly by the girl. I really like her. Alicia Weir, I believe is her name. She's really good. Giancarlo Esposito makes a small role in this one here. Kathleen Newton, we've seen her a lot. She's back in doing something in this role as well. So listen, everything really works out. It's a fun movie. It's kind of nutty at times, a little bit over the top, but in a good way. And again, it's a movie which it won't be for everybody. But if you want to get your horror fix in to a certain degree, this might be for you. This is a very entertaining. If you can't watch it in theaters, at least try to, this is definitely worth checking out at home if it comes out when it comes out on VOD or streaming or whatever the case is. But definitely a good time. I definitely recommend this one. So if you guys go check it out, let me know, comment below. And of course, if you haven't done so already, subscribe below and feed money to go to the movies and talk about it afterwards. See you guys next time.